Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame. D-Line, tbkc, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Man, this is, I want to give y'all a perspective, and I'll tell you this, and it's just being real. The dog world. You really need to have tough skin if you're going to do this thing. And that's why I say 99.9% of people need to be pet owners and just love the dogs and do the right thing. Even as I speak to you tomorrow, if everything holds up with my back and all that, I'll be driving more strays to another state and different things of that nature. And it's, I mean, we see it all the time. Places are flooded, and one of the reasons that they're flooded is just plain and simple. These false promises, these false narratives that they keep giving people. One of the false narratives is that you're going to get rich off of dogs. Let me be truthful with you. It's very hard to get rich off of dogs. Generally, you have the few people at the top who are selling people a dream. They get rich off of dogs, and the rest of the people end up flipping the bill. And, with that being said, it's sad, and we see the sadness that comes from it. But at the same time, the ultimate sadness is the amount of dogs that end up as strays, and some just get dumped on the side of the road, and it's an ugly thing. Now, over the years, probably over the last, let me see, since I've been strong in the bully world now for 23 years, maybe. Really longer than that, but I'll say strong in the bully world since I would say the 2099 type thing. And man, it's I can tell you about 100 kennels, 100 people, a multitude of brothers that I've dealt with on many different levels, homies up out of Philly, New York, Houston, Miami. I just go around the country of all these kennels that used to be, and people who was in the game, as they call it, and got out the game and all that good stuff, man. And sometimes because of legal issues, and other times just because they got tired of it and they walked away. And it's always under the same premise. You see the same pattern that develops. So let me sit up more, straighten up, right? But you see the same pattern that develops over this time. You see people who come in gung-ho, and they really love dogs. They want to do it correct. They want to do everything the right way. Then the financial stress starts to become. So their morals go out the window, It becomes, well, I'll breed to anything. I'll breed the dog basically at any age. Some people breed them as low as 6 months, You have to deal with that. Then, it becomes the superstar mentality. And that's the next step. And it always is like, I just seen it so many times. Guys start to believe their own press clippings. People like their stuff. People like more of their stuff. You know what I mean? They start getting a couple followers. Man, yeah, you the greatest. Now all of a sudden they've got beef, And it's weird, you know what I mean? Because they'll have beef with this person. They'll have beef with that person. They get a little more loud and boisterous. They want to criticize everybody, everything. I'm this, I'm that, and they feel like they're on their way up. And then reality sets in that no matter how much, traction you were able to get through your negativity, that it still isn't helping you sell dogs like you thought. It still isn't, pushing you forward in this quote unquote game that you love so much and all these things. Really it's like the flip side of it. You're a little bit down now. And I've seen it so many times, and I'm just telling y'all, I'm not trying to beat up on anyone. I'm not trying to point fingers at anyone. Hey, look at me, I'm better than you. It's just a reality, and the reality is that, this is a rough game. This is a rough sport. If you're not in it for passion, if you don't really, really love the dogs, Don't just take this thing on as a business, because I'm going to tell you like 40 million times, it's not a great business. At this point in time, there's like 9 million bully breeders, 9 million of them. Everybody's got the next best thing. Most of them can't tell you the basic anatomy on a dog or break anything down or show you anything of how they do things. And really, it's a community that thrives off of negativity. You know, it's the bully community is much like I would say it reminds me a lot of all other media and social media. You know, they don't put on TV shows for nice people. You know, they put on TV shows for people who are more about starting trouble, starting drama, those people. If you're a person who wants to go on something and you want to talk about who is screwing who, or who's, you know, got kids by this person, or, hey, this person robbed me, or, hey, this person, you know what I'm saying, bought a title, or all those things, you know what I mean? If you're just that person who's willing to talk about negativity, take a shot at somebody all the time, and it's not even the productive talk, because I'll get into negative talk as far as the negative qualities of the dog and how it's messing up shows and stuff, but I'm talking about these people just go and it's constant attacks on everybody. They're on the phones calling everybody, trying to figure out a new way of how do I get somebody, you know, to believe that, you know, it's amazing, you know. It's truly amazing, and it's one of those things that I'm just telling you, it's a cancerous type of environment. And yes, I'm going to work very, very hard to try to get a place that's more professional and more about dogs. But ultimately, you know, most of these people that are in this community are not about dogs. You know, they're about a quick profit. It's not about I love dogs so much. It's quick profit. And if you're going to be in this thing, you have to have an understanding of that. You have to have an understanding that there are going to be people who come to you and they act as friends and this and that and the other, just to get information off of other people, you know, just to change the narrative. Oh, let me talk some shit about this person today. It's going to happen to you, you know what I mean? Because this is a way that they found it's been that they can build their numbers up. And ultimately, you know, when you look at the breeding programs, there are very few people who have solid breeding programs. They're not even making healthy dogs. You see all these relationships fall apart, former partnerships fall apart. Everything just falls the fuck apart. And it's because they're not about dogs. They're here for the, you know, some kind of giant reality TV show where they hope to be able to sell $1 million dogs and this and that and the other. And it's not working. And this is why like I say, why the rescues and different things are filled up with dogs. And it's the same reason why, you know, you see so many kennels that used to be kennels and now they're breeding something else. They'll go to Frenchies, start fucking them up. They'll go to Rotties. They'll go to any other breed because they want to keep the hustle of the dream going, but they find out that the water is very, very hot in the American bully community. And if you're not dealing with the right people, it can become scorching, you know. So, you know, like I tell you, and just to sum up what I'm trying to say here is that if you want to do this, man, have a passion. Make sure that you love dogs. Don't make this just your next big business endeavor that you believe you're going to get rich and pay your mortgage off from. Because I'm telling you, I've seen many people fail. If you believe that these guys are just out here selling every puppy that they have for $25,000, and that's not the case. It's very few guys that are doing that, and typically those guys who are telling you that they're doing it bought it from the guy who's actually doing it, and you know, he's the only one getting rich, you know. And it's a few of those guys, but majority of these people are not making money, and they end up getting rid of all their dogs and basically just throwing them the hell away. So keep that in mind. Until next time, y'all, much love. Peace.